All right, here we are.
Um,
Now we can do the show. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
that's
Is that cherry coffee?
Oh no, dude. We done with cherry coffee. I'm done with flavored coffees. Is like it's just like don't make just be you. Be
Just
you
be
coffee.
baby. Yeah, be
You know
coffee.
what I'm saying? Cherry, you're doing fine just by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're good just as a fruit. Sometimes we throw you in soda.
Yeah.
That's alright too.
That's alright.
You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta.
You don't have to be all extra.
If they don't like you.
Like Bruno Mars said, man, beautiful just the way you are. I think that's.
I don't even think that's Bruno Mars, bro.
Somebody else.
Somebody else. That's No, I think you're right. That's John Legend, bro.
John Legend.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Now my lives. Ooh, man, I didn't think that there'd come a day that I'd have to have like a hot
beverage.
A burnt drink, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it tastes like carcinogens, you know what I'm saying? Like like
it's carcinogens.
Yeah, and I like now I like it. Man, what's wrong with me, dude? You know what I'm saying? My little nephew one time came over and we made coffee and we were having it was an early morning.
Yeah.
I think he may have stayed with us. And he was like, I forget how old he was, but we were having coffee. He turns to my wife and he goes, "What are you drinking?" And she's like, "Coffee." He goes, and he had this kind of look over his face, and he goes, "Do you smoke cigarettes too?" And I was like, "What?" And I'm like, do those go hand in hand? You're like, I'm having a coffee and a cigarette. I don't know where
there is a lot of shows where there's
like
somebody's drinking coffee,
you
having a cigarette. Yeah,
maybe so. Like, dang, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could try though. Maybe it's good.
I think it is like but I think it's more like old school television, like old sitcoms and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you see somebody coffee. This is back when you were able to smoke inside when they had smoking sections. So they'll be at a coffee shop having a cigarette and drinking coffee.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what he watched. He didn't remember saying that because he was so little, but we laughed.
It could just be because that is an old man thing too. That's like
it is. Yeah,
I've seen a lot of old men outside on their porch, cup of coffee, cigarette.
Yeah,
it's just like
I am. I mean, I am to that status. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might start smoking cigarettes. This is the age. It might be the thing that puts me over. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like things aren't going well. Like I'm tired all the time. But hey, a little coffee and a cigarette. Let's do this. This podcast is about to get real good.
This is what makes everything worth it.
I can't think about crowd strike anymore. You know what I'm saying? I need a cigarette and a coffee.
They can't firewall my coffee then.
AI can't get a hold of this cigarette.
Did it rain over there?
Ish.
No, it stormed over here.
Yeah, no. Actually, we just came in from like I forgot where we were. Near Heiko. Near Waco, so like almost near where you are. But we drove up and we were just like, it was torrential, dude. I was like, I might have to pull over, but you know what? I never quit, Joey. Ain't no quitter. I can't see it. I'm in the middle of a field, you know what I'm saying? Driving through someone's front lawn. I'm like, man, it'll be alright. It'll be alright.
I've been down this road before. I know what it is. I know the back of my hand.
And I looked in the back of my hand. I was like, what? I gotta get that checked out. What is that? I'm lost. I kept driving. Yeah, it was dumping on the way up here, but we get to I get home and it's dry as a bone. Like we hadn't seen rain in 20 years.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if it's gonna rain. It said it wasn't gonna rain over there this weekend.
Oh, it might rain today and tomorrow. So you're coming down here.
Yeah, so I was thinking, I wonder if it's gonna rain.
Yeah, you might want to check the forecast.
Also too how hot it was gonna be since we're gonna be outside.
Oh, I want to do this. This is where you had that one sleeve shirt showing. So,
that one sleeve,
just the sleeve on one, cut down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a toga. Yeah, it's a toga shirt. You know what I'm saying? Why isn't that a fashion thing? Like that could be you put your.
Why is that only a college? It's like heavy associated with college. It's like if you're gonna wear a toga, you're in college. Everybody's like, in college. Oh, that dude's in college.
Nah, what if I'm a Greek philosopher? You don't know.
You don't know.
My name is Socrates.
Socrates. All right. Gymnastics Samurai.
Gymnastics Samurai.
Get
it right, dude.
Get it right. Well, it's actually Taiso Samurai.
Oh, and get it for real right.
Get it for real right.
You know, stop being such a noob.
Oh.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta look at this and see. I don't know if you could tell the difference. Look at my words here, right? They're like kind of like smaller. Look at my words here. They're like long. If you see writing like this, it's like you wrote that all while you were laying down. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like this.
Did you even put any effort into this?
No whatsoever. I didn't even finish the sentence over here. I started writing something. I was like, I just quit. Like, nah, forget it.
Started writing what you wanted for dinner.
Yeah, I think this is just my grocery list. This is a grocery list. I'm like, oh, cheese. I got cheese on here twice. All right. Joe Bangs.
Right. Let's do it. In 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Podcast. It's me, Dwayne, with my co-host Sal, and we are still kicking it in 2024 because it is a new month. It is now August, guys. We are almost done with summer.
But we still doing the deportes, though.
We still doing deportes, guys, because the Olympics are still going.
The sports is real, and we all about. Anime Me is a podcast where we teach you how to love and watch anime one episode at a time.
One episode at a time. It's like everybody says, just take it one day at a time, man.
One step, breathe, guys. That's honestly... Yeah. It's what we need right now, man. Things are crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you watch...
Wow. I don't know if you watched the news lately, but...
Yeah, I'm exhausted, bro. I'm exhausted with having to, like, deal with, everything. Like, I'm old enough to had gone through, like, terrorism. You know what I'm saying? Global pandemics.
We've gone through every single world-ending cataclysm. It's like every year, it's like, oh, the world's ending this year. Oh, it's this year. It's this year. Been saying that for the last 35 years.
It's so wild. The government said that there were aliens, and everybody was just like, yeah, I get it.
Everybody just went by. It's just like, all right, whatever.
Godzilla's gonna show up, and we're like, yeah. I was waiting. Actually, I'm surprised it took him this long. Why?
You know what was that when the McRib came back? Is that why nobody was talking about the aliens?
Yeah, the McRib. They try to distract us with this McRib. The McRib's back, and then we're like, it's like, yeah, we got better things, aliens. You got a delicious barbecue meat sandwich? Then I don't want to hear it. Snap. Hey, Georgia, wait. Tell us what anime we're watching today.
Oh, today we were watching, because I don't know if y'all noticed, or if y'all remember, I think it was on the Dive episode.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
You mentioned that you were in gymnastics, and you had asked if there was a gymnastics anime. And guess what? I delivered.
You delivered. You know what? You delivered. Hey, and this show delivers, because you know what? It's the shortest synopsis I've ever read. You know what I'm
Shortest
saying? Like,
synopsis.
you got me with the gymnastics.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm all right. I'm listening. Yes. And then I scroll down to see the synopsis so I can like record it, and it's like one sentence long. I was like, okay, gymnastics anime. You've got me.
And the gymnastics anime we're watching is the Gymnastics Samurai.
Yep. And there's even a pink-haired girl in this. It's doing all the anime things, and it's doing it for me.
Yeah.
Let me read us a synopsis.
Go.
Gymnast Jotaro Aragaki is told by his coach to retire, but he can't bring himself to tell his family. Period.
Period.
Oh, also, let me continue to write this synopsis. Then a ninja shows up somehow, and the little girl is not taken back by there's a gymnast living in their house that snuck in their house, and then he oh my gosh, like what is? Then there's an ugly bird. What is this ugly, weird bird? Joe Angel, like that's not a real bird. Did you like have time to go? Is this a real bird? Like what are we basing this bird off of? It is terrifying.
It looks like a cross between like a dodo and a parrot because apparently it can talk. This bird actually talks.
Yeah, he serves them some food and the bird goes, "Thank you." And I'm like, "Nah, brah, nah, dude, get rid of that bird." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's eating way too much food. It probably stinks. It's freaky as all get out. We ain't having it. We ain't having. Let's see here. I got a bunch of notes kind of written down. I don't know why I wrote this down, but I wrote it down wrong. Old man? Question mark? Oh, I got it. He's like I don't know how old he is, but our protagonist Jotaro is getting to an age. Jotaro, probably. I'm gonna say Jotaro.
Yeah.
Jotaro. Oh, we'll call him Joe. Joe is getting a little too old, and in gymnast years, like gymnastics, your time, like your prime time for girls. Okay, so like here we go, Joey. Joe. I know a little bit about gymnastics. Here we go. Now we're invested. Now we're talking.
You walked me through it.
Hey, you know what, Joey? Give me a show about sloppy joes and gymnastics. Yeah, I know everything about sloppy Joe. I know everything about sloppy Joe and I know everything about gymnastics. And I'll talk about it for days. Okay, so there's only a certain, like in other sports, you can play for a good long while. Like baseball, you can play into your 40s. There's some guys that play even older than that. And there are just certain sports, right now, LeBron is getting to his twilight years. Yeah. He's like late 30s. He's 39, I think. Yeah. And, it's about he's almost time too. Like he could play maybe a couple more years, 40 something.
But it's crazy for him because he got pulled out. He went in at 18.
Yeah. And he's been at it for 18 years.
For 18 years.
Yeah, longer than that, actually, now that I think about it. But like in gymnastics, like when you're a female gymnast, you could start really early because there's something about, you just kind of blossom a little bit faster as a female gymnast. And so you're in there like 15 and they'll get to like maybe mid 20s. Some of them push it to like late 20s and you're still like doing it. Yeah. Guys, they're like probably 18, maybe 17, 18. And then you have probably until like your mid 20s. So it's a short span. Like you could probably do like competitive Olympic gymnastics for like 8, maybe you could push it to 10 years. But I don't know how old Joe is. But
old enough to have a daughter.
A grown daughter. Like I was like, how old is this little girl? She wants to go to every now and then. I'm like, she wants to just go to like a theme park. Yeah. But then she's also like deep frying dinner, and I'm like, yeah. How old is this little girl?
I think she's like 8 or something. I think she's in the 4th grade. I think.
Okay.
So whatever age that is. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. Okay, so like that's 8 years. Yeah. If he had gone to the Olympics one time and then another 4 years later, he could probably go to the Olympics 3 times, maybe. But that last time is gonna be like, I'm just here I'm just here for the sloppy Joe, baby. You know
I'm
what
here
I'm
for
saying?
the sloppy
Like
joes.
at the Olympic grounds, like everybody in his life is kind of like you need to retire.
You're done.
You come across the coach. The coach has a mohawk for no reason. He even says it like, "Hey, this mohawk
Yeah.
is not doing it." And he's like,
Yeah.
"I know, I don't know what I'm doing." There's a story behind
Yeah.
it because was it Joe used to have a mohawk and they called him the samurai.
I think so. Something like that, yeah.
And but they're all like his coach. Did you watch this in the sub and the dub or just the sub?
Just so.
Okay. The coach is like so straightforward in the dub. He's just like, you need to quit. You're old
Yeah.
and you need to do something else, man. Like but but the way he's telling them is just like, golly, this dude's
Yeah.
like, you're washed up, Joe.
You
You
watched
can't
that?
do it.
I think because the coach explains he's been trying to tell him for years,
Yes.
but he's
Yes.
been like, kind of like
He hadn't been listening.
Joe hadn't been listening, and the coach really hasn't been like straightforward,
Yeah.
like or
Every
as
time.
straightforward as he needed. So Joe Taro, every time he tells Joe just goes like, "Oh yeah, I do need to do this. Oh yeah, that will
Yeah.
happen. Oh yeah, I
He
do
goes,
need
"Hey,
like
you need to quit." And
yeah,
he's like, "Yeah, I need to like, probably focus on this thing,
yeah,
quit like I need to quit being a loser or I need
yeah,
to, he like spins it somehow and he's like, "No,
yeah,
no. Like I need you to
yeah,
you need to actually retire
yeah,
because
retire.
but he's like, it's so funny though, the way, I don't know, everything he says to him, he's like, you're no good. You can't be, you're not you can't be a coach. So you need to
Yeah,
like get a regular job because you're straight up garbage. And like, yeah, I'm like, man, we all need somebody in this life to just tell us
yeah,
like it is, like
like
keep it
it is.
real. You may not want to hear it, but hey,
You need to hear it.
you need to hear it. You're straight
Yeah,
garbage. Just stop.
yeah,
And he takes it pretty well. He
yeah.
takes it pretty well. By the way, also right on here, why can't you just let my mom live, bro? Like,
Bruh,
bro,
let her
she's.
live.
I at first I was like, okay, I didn't know what was going on. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, is that his mom and that's his sister that he's taking care of?
yeah,
And there's mom and it's like brother and sister
yeah,
and he's like looking at a picture of his mom who passed away. I was like, that's probably what it is. I'm like, no, they're married and they
yeah.
have a kid, and somehow she passes away.
No.
And
The old lady's his mom.
no, yeah, there's that old lady.
Yeah,
But I'm talking
yeah,
about like
yeah.
there's a picture
Oh, the
of
picture of the
his
mom. Yeah,
wife.
yeah,
Yeah, picture of his
yeah,
wife. No, there's then the old lady comes in and
yeah.
she's smoking the cigarette and having a coffee, by
Yeah,
the way. I
yeah.
don't know, you know
I'm
this.
telling you, there's something to it.
She comes in and she's like, "You need to quit, honey." And I was like, hey, yo, this mom is spitting, you know what I'm saying? She's like, this is my house. You need to like get your life together. But though that mom is still alive, by the way.
Yeah.
Grandma's still alive.
Grandma's still alive. You only get
I'm
one
guess.
parent.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
gets one.
Great
Because we don't
grandpa's
see his
dead.
dad. Yeah.
Yeah. His dad, grandpa, his dad is dead.
Yeah.
Mom is alive.
Yeah.
His wife is. I'm like,
Yeah.
good grief, like, okay, let me live. Let me.
Lit.
They show the beginning of like we see him kind of
Yeah.
miss a release. Like he's on the high
Yeah.
bar and he's doing okay, so let me walk you through it.
Walk me through it.
He's doing a routine. This is what we call the routine. And there are different difficulty levels for each move. And what he's doing, he's going around the bar, the high bar.
Yeah.
Those are called giants. He's doing giants around the high bar. And then he comes to a release. I don't remember what kind of release he's doing. I just know that he misses the release.
Yeah.
And releases are always the scariest and the hardest. And by the way, high bar is the scariest. Can you tell from the outside looking in?
Yeah.
Can you tell from the like you watch if you ever watch gymnastics? Are you like,
oh
that's
yeah,
freaky?
I'm like, dude, because you have to be able to time it just right
Yeah,
with your spin in order to flatten back out to grab the bar.
yeah.
Like,
Okay.
and I know
It's
that's the part where it's just like, all right, you have to be like at least knowing like how your body moves through the air in order to like make to grab the bar.
yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's different for me because I'm like I watch gymnastics and it's like I find myself kind of like grabbing onto the chair or
Yeah.
kind of tightening up or
Yeah.
kind of like because I used to do it and like
Do you get Uncle Rico, man? You're like,
like coach would have
Coach
put
would
me
have
in.
put me in.
I you make a joke. You make that joke, but I have that. I say that every time because everybody's always like, "Oh yeah," we would be talking about something, and I'm like, "Yeah, I used to do gymnastics," and I'm like, "If coach would have put me in, I would have gone to
Coach
say,
would have put me in.
you go in gymnastics. You have, there's no like." There's no like coach put me in. It's like
Yeah.
no, you better be in.
Yeah. You're
You're
in.
part of the
You're in
team.
it.
You're in it. There's no. Did you show up? Do you have on
Yeah.
a leotard? You're going in. But like I'm watching, and it is like double scary for me watching because I'm like I actually have done it, and like
Yeah.
watching high bar and doing it, it's like if you're
Totally different.
afraid. Yeah, it's scary, dude. It is like the scariest thing to do because you're just up there and you go, and I got flung off, and it's like if you swing off of that thing, it's like it's it's horrifying, dude. Anyway, so they really do at the beginning of the show they show him kind of doing that, and that's kind of like they show him kind of like he seems to be like losing an edge. He seems
Yeah.
to be like, oh well, you're not making the release points release right. Like you're not doing your body starts to like break down a little bit. You
Breakdown. Yeah.
just there is something about like you have that misstep, and in like
Yeah.
other sports like team sports, you can have that misstep because you have the rest of the team to kind of like
To like,
bolster you,
yeah,
pick
catch
up the
up or
slack.
have somebody who's like can take over where you feel or like at least
Yeah,
back you up
but
on certain things.
but in gymnastics, as an individual sport, it's you having to
Yeah.
execute. Like you're up on that event, and you've got to be able to do the thing. And if you can't do the thing, then it's
You
like, well,
garbage.
you garbage.
You
Quit.
garbage. Quit.
Get a new job.
Yeah.
By the way, how do that's his job is his job gymnastics? Like
I
I
guess
don't understand. I don't
that's the
understand.
one thing I when it comes to like Olympians and stuff,
Uh-huh.
it's literally all they do because it's, like we've talked about before, it's what they have to do in order to be the top in their sport to make it to the
Mm-hmm.
top. But I think they have like
Endorsements, maybe?
endorsements. I think there's like
Yeah.
endorsements deals, or
You
maybe
got to get
their
on.
spouse is like picking up the slack, or I don't know. Like I
You,
really want to know like what Olympians do outside of the Olympics, like in the in between times. Like do you like especially for the people who don't win, like do y'all just like
they got a
do y'all
part-time
still
job.
have and yeah, do y'all have to get a job? Do y'all still have endorsements? Like how does that like work out for y'all
I
or
mean,
work
like,
out for them?
okay, I get it now. Like back in the day, I'm betting these dudes are
Yeah.
like, got a regular old like 9 to 5 or
Yeah.
and you're just like practicing on the meantime so that you could like probably get into the Olympics and see if you can get some endorsements. But if you
Yeah.
get some of it or you only get to a certain level, say you get like a bronze or you
Yeah.
just go to the Olympics. But like nowadays, I mean, there's this girl. I don't know her name at all. And maybe somebody can shout it from the listeners.
Shout it in the comment section.
Put it in the comments. Put in the comments who this girl is. She is a college gymnast. Pretty famous. Because only just recently are we now able the in college they're like paying athletes now.
The
I don't know if
athletes
you've
now,
seen all
yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah.
And now or either they can now like
I think I have like endorsements now.
they
Or
have
like use their
endorsements.
likeness.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. They can use their likeness and make and get endorsements that way. And this girl is making tons of money
Bang.
as just like as just being a social media athlete, and she's actually like legit good at what she
Yeah.
does too. So she's good at what she does, and she's a gymnast who's in the limelight. And so
Yeah.
like now it seems like you could be if you know how to like make a brand
Yeah.
and do some posts. So like if you're a gymnast now, then maybe you
Yeah.
can, get some endorsements
Yeah.
and make your way that way.
Yeah.
But him, he's just a gymnast.
Yeah.
You're not getting paid at these.
Yeah.
Like
You're not getting paid. You just sit
this
there.
man's he's got to get a real job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I've
don't
always
know.
wanted that, man. But
I'm just saying you got to get on the cover of that Wheaties box. You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying? Like
know you
that's
gotta
the
get
only
that
way.
Wheaties, man. Yeah, because it goes when the coach is talking to him, he's telling him too, not just hey, you're getting up there in age, but he's like your body's hurting. Like your
Oh,
shoulder
his shoulder.
hurts. I think he said
Yeah.
like your shoulder's bothering you. And he just
Hmm.
Jotaro's just like yeah. And he's like, dude, you're like he's telling like your body is telling you that you need to retire. Like you can't keep
Hmm.
going.
Yeah, and you can tell like everybody kind of knows it too. Even his daughter
Yeah.
like looks at him. It's like, "Are you okay? Is it your shoulder?"
Yeah.
And he I think he has a look in his eyes like, "Dang, everybody knows that I'm kind of not doing it, you know." But they end up going to, I can't remember the name of the place. They go to like a ninja, no, not a ninja. Like they go to like a not a theme park. I want to say it's kind of what's that thing where it's like you're out in the country and people are wearing old garb and eating like turkey legs. It's like
Uh
it's like a thematic. I can't really recall, but anyways, they're out there and there's like ninjas around and the daughter is like dressed up like a ninja and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna go see this like ninja thing and it's gonna be super fun." And they see some ninjas out there and she's all excited about it. And then there's like a chase
yeah.
because it looked like they were putting on a show. It kind of like reminds me of Six Flags, you know, when they had the like you go there and there'd be like a gun shootout in the middle and it's like all staged and fun and it's like a old west kind of theme thing. And that's what it looked like for this. Except for there's some stuff in there that didn't
Uh
look staged because Mr. Anderson, no, wait, what's his name? Not Mr. Anderson, it's the guy that's coming after
Agent Smith.
him. Agent Smith is out there. And I think she says Agent Smith. I think she says that and she's like they're like dressed up in suits and like these guys aren't ninjas. Like there's a lady in a halter top wearing a sports jacket. I don't know why. And they chase her and chase him, her, the ninja. The ninja's like running away and they're like, "Oh, this is part of the show." And it's like, "No, I don't think this is part of the show." The ninja follows them back home for some reason. I think the ninja kind of like I think Joe kind of gets in the way a little bit and kind of saves the ninja from these like Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
and he throws a smoke bomb down and poof, ninja vanish. Not a very good ninja. I can't tell if the ninja's very good. You know, like
Yeah, because Joe just turns around and just running. He pushes over.
like a
It's
little
the first time we see a furry in an anime. This
yeah.
guy dressed up as a
Like
dog.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
like I was like, nah, I think that he's part of the theme park, Joe Angel. And he runs away and then the ninja like sneaks back into their house for some odd reason.
Dude,
This is
this
the
whole
part where I
scene
got
is
like,
this like super scary because
yeah.
whenever Joe closes the front door, because they have like the
Hmm.
traditional kind of like sliding door,
Hmm.
it's like the silhouette shadow outside the door. And it reminded
Oh
me of
yeah.
like every single scary movie, like where there's this thing following you and you see the shadow in the window or behind the door.
Yeah.
It's just
He
like that super
he's up
scary.
at the ninja's up in like a tree and he's like
Yeah,
looking and then he goes into the house and then the bird sees it. Thankfully the bird
yeah,
knows how to talk, but
yeah.
nobody like listens to the
So the
bird
bird is shit up.
because
Which, by the way, can we talk about his name? They just call this bird Big Bird.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean don't give that bird a name. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Because they know they're gonna get that bird's days are numbered. They're like,
yeah,
if we give this bird a name, we're gonna be attached to it.
yeah,
Like there's gotta be a story. I hope that later on we find out like the bird was like the wife bought this bird and she loved it
yeah.
and they're like, well, I guess we gotta put up with this
We gotta
ugly
keep it.
gotta keep this ugly bird. But then the ninja's like, this part gets like, the show kind of gets wild. I think I wrote down, what is happening? What is happening? I'm so confused. Like, I thought I was watching a gymnastics
Yeah,
anime. It's not a gymnastics anime, or is it? The ninja like follows them home. The little girl's like, she has no problems with they did not
no,
teach her about stranger danger. That's
no
not a
stranger
thing.
danger whatsoever.
It does not matter. And the ninjas in the in the bathroom
Yeah,
trying to hide in the which is kind
the
of funny because
bathtub,
that
the
the
tub.
bathtub like I think
Yeah,
that's it's like a real ninja movies where you get the little
yeah.
bamboo
You just
thing
yeah, just
underwater,
yeah,
but it works like if you're in a like a pond or a
yeah.
like
In some dark
murky
water or at
yeah.
night, you know,
The
not
ninjas
clear
just like
water in a lake.
clear water in a bathtub like I can see you, right? And they're like the ninja's just like, don't let them, they're trying to, I think they're like trying to
Yeah,
deport this ninja or something like that.
yeah. Because the grandma comes back
Yeah.
and she's like looking at him at this ninja and just like, "You're not Japanese." She's like, "Oh,
Mm,
it's not." And
yeah.
so yeah, there's this thing where okay, so it's like, all right, so this ninja is not Japanese, so it's like, are they in the country illegally, or whatever? And she's like the cool girl because she's like, I don't care, do what you want. So she's basically like, yeah, whatever, you can stay here, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like you do you.
Yeah, it just, you know what, we're down a person in this house.
Yeah,
Maybe this ninja can like get a job,
yeah.
and support my
Somebody can
way.
get a job and make money.
Somebody get a job that actually
Yeah.
makes money. Hey, I tried, Joe Angel. Gymnastics does not make money, okay? I tried. Though it did give me some good discounts. Back in the day when I was like young enough, I could just do a backflip, like just a standing backflip.
Yeah,
And every now and then when I was in college,
yeah,
I'd go to a restaurant,
yeah.
like a fast food place. I go, "Hey, if I do a backflip right here in line, would give me 10% off." It worked. It worked. I'd get free food for doing backflips, bro. But that's about it. Nobody's giving me any money for it.
When was the last time? How long ago was the last one?
I try to do a backflip every
Yeah,
year at my
yeah,
nephew's birthday. I don't know if you know this.
yeah.
And let's just say I barely cleared that last one. You know what I'm saying? And I think we all had that. We all had that look like
Like
that might be
you're
the
done.
last one.
Yeah, you had that coach there. You're done.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
retire, Sal. You can't do this
retire.
back.
Yeah.
I got to work up to it. Let's just say I have till next May, and we'll see if we can clear the next
Yeah.
backflip. I told myself I try to do it every year, and you might have to bury me. Right? I just put on my tombstone. He died doing what he loved, a
He loves.
backflip. I love doing a backflip.
Almost had
Let's
it.
see. Yeah, put that on there. Almost had it. Here lies Sal.
Yeah,
Almost had it.
almost had it.
Yeah, so anyways, let's stop recapping the show. The ninja shows up
Yeah,
and I don't know what was happening. He's like, thank you for saving me. And then he says
yeah.
something I'm so confused by. Actually, I'm confused by this next whole sequence because the ninja shows up to the gym
The gym. Yeah,
and they're holding a press conference
yeah,
because everybody wants to know that this gymnast is
yeah,
retiring. Apparently, I don't know.
yeah.
And they're all like, the ninja shows up and they're like, "What is this ninja doing here? What are you doing here, ninja?" And the ninja goes, "All right, it's time." Or they say so. Do you remember this part? It's like, "Let's do this," or "Here we go," or something like that. But then the ninja starts flipping on this on the it start they the ninja starts doing
Yeah,
gymnastics for like no
yeah.
reason, unprompted. Like, look what I can do.
Indeed.
Or
Yeah,
maybe they're trying to prove their value.
yeah,
But then, like, the ninja's clothes ends up ripping and falling apart, and they're wearing like a sports bra.
yeah.
So is this ninja a lady, or
I
what
think
did
it's
I
I think it's a guy.
think it's a guy?
I think it's. I'm not sure.
The,
Because they
the,
show them like in because when they go to I guess the locker room,
it
they
says it.
zoom in on the door outside. It says men's locker room. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty
He
sure. I think it's a guy.
and
I'm assuming it's a guy.
the name
Yeah.
is Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I do, like, I don't know, but I'm just like, because everybody just like laughs at the fact that the clothes falls off, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
She revealed like the most muscle ripped body.
Yeah, you're like, by the way, this guy's
This-
a straight up natural, bro.
yeah. 0% body fat,
That's
bro.
what you need in gymnastics, dude. That's what you need, dude. You need 0% body. You're gonna fly through the air. You can't get caught up on some rings, or you can't
Yeah.
get caught up on you gotta be slim. And
Yeah.
anyway, at the very end, they're at the press conference, and he's having the words. He hasn't been able to tell his daughter that he's gonna retire, and then
Yeah.
he starts thinking about his whole life, and then come to find out he's not gonna retire. He's like, you know what?
He's not
I,
good.
I'm not going. I'm
I'm
staying.
not good. I'm staying. One more year.
Yeah,
Pull
yeah,
pull
one
the
more
Tom
year.
Brady.
Yeah, yeah, he pulled Tom Brady. He's like, one more year, and I'm like, well, what's this man gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, What does this ninja got to do with all this? Is the ninja going to be part of the team? Is he going to coach the ninja? I don't understand Joe Angel. He's
So
a
I think
gymnastics samurai.
I think that whole scene, so with the daughter, when he's leaving the house to the press conference, it seems like his daughter knows that he's gonna retire because like
Okay.
she tells him, it's gonna be fine or you're gonna be fine,
Yeah.
and then he walks out, and then like her demeanor changes, from happy to like like a
A little somber.
not a little somber look. So it
Hmm.
like gives the idea of like she kind of knows what's gonna happen.
Hmm.
And then we of course, go to the press conference with that stuff. But beforehand, in the locker room with the ninja, he's telling him, "I'm Leo." He's like, "I've been watching you do gymnastics," and Jotaro's like, "What do you mean you never see me?" I think it looks like with the ninja's age, it looks like he was. It seems like to me, it seems like he was a fan of Jotaro when
Hmm.
he was younger,
Yeah.
back in the day, and so it seems like he's just like a fan who got inspired by Joe to become a gymnast, to like go
Yeah.
into gymnastics and stuff like that. So he's been like his idol or stuff that he looked up to in that sport. And so that's what it seems like to me with what the ninja is, why his purpose of being there.
Yeah.
But then again, like you said, we go to the press conference. And everybody's just like, okay, this is, this is it. This is the retirement.
Hmm.
And then he's literally says, he goes, "This is my retire." Before he even finishes the word retirement, like he goes through that whole, his whole back life with his wife, with his daughter.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I think he's like, he loves, I think it's while they're going to, the theme park, he's like talking in his head and he says like, she loves, or the daughter says, "I got the ninjas and stuff because of watching you do gymnastics."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's right.
ninjas, like gymnastics or gymnasts, are like ninjas basically.
Yeah.
She's like, and it reminds me of you. And so I think like all of that culminates to his deciding factor at the end, to where he says, "I'm not going to retire." Like to where he
Yeah.
pulls back on the retirement.
I think he kind of comes to like they love his identity is too wrapped up in gymnastics
Yeah,
to give it up because he's like my wife loved me because the
yeah,
gymnastics like she loved that's where she found me and then
yeah,
my daughter loves me because my ability to do gymnastics and like what am I if I don't have this so I
yeah,
can't retire I gotta continue being this guy
yeah.
even
This
though
is
I'm a
all I've
little
been.
yeah it's all I
Yeah,
got.
yeah,
All I got is backflips, Joe Angel.
yeah. That's all
I
I got.
gotta, like, also, I kind of wanted to go where I wanted it to go with him, like, becoming a coach for this ninja. That's what
Yeah,
I'm hoping is what's gonna happen. Is that actually part of me had thought, like, well, maybe he'll just transition to being a ninja. Joe could just be a ninja. Like,
yeah,
he can still move. You know
yeah.
what I'm
He can
saying?
still move.
Like, he just that he's got a little
Yeah,
shoulder problem, but you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Everybody's
you
got a
know.
little thing.
It got a little, got a little, you know what I'm saying? Them ninjas hurt too, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Yeah,
it'd be all right. Or like it's something like I don't know what this relationship's gonna be. Maybe the ninja like learns to be like gets on the team. I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know where this show is going really. Like, yeah, are they gonna let this bird free because it's hideous? Like you let that bird out in the wild. You know what I'm saying? What is happening, Joe? Actually, now's a good time. Tell me what's happening.
All right. So this is an original anime.
An
So no
ova?
manga,
Or
no light
no ova.
novel,
Yeah.
no over.
Just
This is all original. And this was animated by Studio Mappa, who brought us Demon Slayer,
yeah, Mappa. Yeah, I've heard of
Mappa.
Studio
Yeah.
Mappa. It looks really good.
You could tell even by the opening scene, because it did that little like 3D while he's
Yeah, yeah.
doing the giants and stuff. Like
Uh-huh.
it goes into that little 3D effect where like, oh snap, here he's getting real.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like
And it came out in October of 2020 and ran all the way to December of 2020. So 11 episodes.
the Olympic year.
And the Olympic year, guys.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So instead of the Olympics, they made anime.
yeah. Yeah, they're like, you could be watching
Yeah.
this during the Olympics, but
Yeah, so this is all original, only 11 episodes. And so on this, we didn't get the opening theme. It's kind of like a cold open straight into it.
yeah.
The theme, so the song we had at the end that little dance bop we got.
Yeah.
That is going to be the opening song.
Okay.
And so that is called Shanghai Honey, and that is by Orange Range, who Orange Range did the opening theme for Bleach, if you remember that one.
Okay. You know, it had this
Yeah,
kind of poppy,
yeah,
familiarity. It's pretty cool.
yeah. But that's the song. So
Okay.
that's the song they use, but they got the voice actors to basically do a cover of the song by the band.
What?
So
That's
the song is the song by the Orange Range band, but they had the voice actors basically do the cover, and that's what they used.
I was just thinking about this. Was like, yeah, I guess like if you think about I mean, the one that I can kind of think of right now, but Family Guy. In Family
Yeah,
Guy, they sing the song for the theme
yeah,
song, you know.
yeah,
But I was thinking like, what is there other shows nowadays that's not an animated show
yeah.
that they have a
Just
theme
do
song
covers. Yeah,
and they get the actors to sing the song because
yeah,
they've done this before. We've heard this before. Was like,
yeah,
oh well, the actors are singing this part, or they're like they're doing both,
yeah.
in the show, and they're actually singing the music in the show and stuff like that. But they were like old shows that kind of did this. It's like
I
this one
think more or
called
less nowadays it's like where they're just using it as part of the script in the show.
yeah,
Like where they're just having the actors like sing a song in the show or whatever.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know because it feels like
Fresh
nowadays
Prince.
there's not
Remember,
Fresh
remember
Prince. Yeah,
Fresh Prince? He did the song, and
he
he
did
was in
it.
the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like there are a couple. It just seems like it's happened. Like to me, it feels like a throwback to have like
yeah,
the actors sing the theme
yeah.
song.
I'm
It's
trying
just
to
kind
think
of
because it feels like there's not that many, or I haven't.
yeah.
Or at least for me, I haven't watched many shows that have like lyrical opening themes. It's more like just the music, the
Yeah,
instrumental.
yeah. Friends, but they didn't sing the
Yeah,
song. They maybe did the clap.
yeah, the little clap.
They did the clap. That was them. That's all they could do. Like none of us can sing.
Yeah,
It just seems like a throwback. But I did like the music, and I also liked the ending. Like it was all like colorful, and they were like
yeah,
it was like a disco.
yeah. They're like just dancing. Right.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's like I see the ninja, I see Joe, and then there's another guy with blue hair, and I was like, we have an inch. I don't know who that
Yeah,
is.
yeah. We get a lot of other characters that haven't been introduced yet.
At the exit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so confused by this show. I'm just like, where I still don't know where this show is going, and it finishes, and I'm just like, well, he's not retiring. That's all I got. But
yeah.
it's just weird. It's a little weird.
But
Okay,
yeah, that's
it's
all I
such.
can really find right now.
Yeah, it's weird that they like Studio Mappa would come out with the show that's just it just seems so like specific, like as if like they had like somebody who's there producing this show has like gymnastics background,
Yeah,
and they go, well, let's do a show about something that because you've talked about this and you've like
yeah,
alluded to the fact that there are some shows that are just so specific, like
yeah,
if you're into a thing, then you can find a show
yeah,
that has that thing. Like
yeah. It has that thing.
you're into cooking, there's a cooking show. If there's gardening, there's probably a gardening show,
Gardening show.
like
Yep.
here we are like I don't know how many episodes
Yeah.
into our podcast and here we are into a gymnastics show for a guy who used to do gymnastics. I got my show.
Boom,
It's
gardening
so
show.
it's but you'd have to have like a background. You're not just gonna like
Yeah,
make a show up and go, but he does gymnastics. Like, do you know anything about
yeah,
gymnastics? Like, why would you? So somebody obviously like, especially to make it specific too. Like, there's no manga, there's no light novel, there's no nothing about it. It's
yeah.
just like I got
Straight
a
at
show inside my head. Yeah, it's just such a it's this feels like the most specific anime we've watched, like besides watching Surune,
Sudene. Yeah.
or I mean, or, yeah, or even the Dive was
Dive.
very
Yeah.
these animes that are about sports, they feel very like
Specific to
it's very
sport.
specific. It's like, yeah, it's very like pinpoint,
Yeah.
as a subject, like here's the one thing for you, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be this one thing. But I don't know. This show is wild. Joanna, did you? You know what happened? I'm gonna go ahead. Full disclosure. I started the next episode because I was like, yeah, just
Yeah.
like, I got a little bit of time. I'm gonna see what is happening. And then in the next episode, I only watched like maybe I go, you know what? Let's not watch too much because I started watching it.
Yeah.
It's 3 minutes. I was 3 or 4 minutes into it, and it like explained everything. It's like this is what
Yeah.
happened to my wife, and here I
Yeah.
am. This guy is that guy, and this is what we're
Yeah.
doing. I was like, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm getting a little too much information. I need to
Yeah.
keep it like I need to keep myself because we were talking about this how the second
And then
episode is
this,
like
yeah,
yeah, second episode you're
getting you
in
into it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be
Yeah,
drawn in
I
too
watched a little
much.
bit of the second episode just to like double check and make sure for the theme song and ending song.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does like get you into it's like, all right, here's the whole like basically the whole deal spiel,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
then it basically culminates to so Joe's not retiring.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
He
much.
stayed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying this is what's happening. Oh yeah, his wife was an actress. That I got
Yeah.
that from. It's like his wife was an actress, all this kind of stuff. It's like, okay, let's not know too much about this show because are we gonna keep watching this? Walk talk
Are
this, Joe
we
Angel.
walk talk this show?
Let me ask you, like, I'm always I'm torn on some of these shows, like just any show, just in general.
Yeah.
If there's a lot, if it's too much to watch, that's already like a tough one. Like even if it's really good,
Yeah.
there's a difference. Like people talk about your favorite shows or your favorite
Yeah.
movies, but the categories that you put all that in, it's very specific. You have to
Yeah.
like you go, well, is this something that I'll continue to watch or is this something that I'll recommend? Because those are two different things. Like if
Yeah.
I only recommend shows to people that I'm like, oh, anybody can be in on this.
Yeah.
But a show that I watch could be
Yeah.
different though. Like, oh, this is one of my favorite shows, but you're
Yeah.
not gonna like it. Like, or
Yeah. It's not something that you would like.
this is what I'm coming up against. Yeah, like now that I'm kind of getting a little bit more, I'm learning a little bit more in anime.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like this is what I like. This
Yeah.
is my taste, and like maybe you might like it, maybe you might hate
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
because it can get very specific. You can kind of go
Yeah.
like the humor is very like specific. Like it's a different
Yeah.
kind of funny, or like it's
Subject matter.
subject matter,
Yeah.
or the way any of it, like the way it's drawn, like
Yeah.
all that stuff, like narrows all this stuff down to be so
Yeah.
specific to you go, well, I like it, you don't like it,
Yeah.
I like it, I have it on my list, but this is very particular. I
Yeah.
won't recommend it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a
Yeah.
difference between that. Now that the rating system that we have is very nuanced.
Yeah.
Now it has to be nuanced.
Yeah.
Like we got
Yeah.
I can't just go, how many backflips am I giving this
Yeah.
show? It's like,
How you
well,
give it a show?
am I gonna continue to watch it? Am I gonna
Yeah.
recommend it? And
Right.
is it good? Like it's
Yeah.
almost three different ratings. Like, is it
Yeah.
good? Am I recommending it? And
Or it's gonna like it depends. It's more or less coming down to those three factors. Like,
yeah,
are they all in sync with each other, or how
yeah.
much are they differing from each other?
Yeah. Because I don't know if I can recommend it. There's that.
Yeah.
Two, is it good? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Three, am I going to continue to watch it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because it is
Yeah.
gymnastics, and I gotta
Yeah.
kind of know, like, are we going to continue to have gymnastics, or is it just like, we get away from that, and he just gets a regular old job. He's a coach or
Yeah.
something. I'm gonna probably give this like I'm gonna give it a 2 3/4
Two
out
and three
of
quarters.
2 3/4 backflips. I'm not even gonna make that full backflip. 2 3/4. Let's just go 2 3/4 to 3 out of 5. Like I'm torn by this show because I love the subject matter and I kind of want it to be good. I want it to be
Yeah,
like
because now it's something to where it has been a part of your life and invested in,
yeah, yeah,
so you have background and knowledge of it. So
yeah.
now it's like it's gonna come down to like, all right, what are they getting right now? Like, did
Yeah.
they get this right? Did they get that right? Or are they like over exaggerating this?
Yeah. Do I enjoy the dialogue? Do I enjoy the
Yeah,
storyline? Like, am I, like you can't just cheaply get me into it just because
yeah,
I have some sort of familiarity to it.
yeah.
I got to be real with myself and go, do I actually enjoy this? And should I recommend it? By the way, update there, I did recommend Blue Lock to somebody who is into soccer, and they came back to me and go, dude, that show is super awesome. So like, like
So, yeah,
the show is both good and they also
yeah,
love soccer. So it may put it up on a higher level. I don't remember where we
yeah,
rated it, but I'm like, like it a little like if this show was
yeah, a
just
little,
if this show was a little bit better
yeah.
or if it gets better, then I might really love it. But that's yet to be seen.
Yet to be determined.
Yet to be
You
determined.
you
Where are you at on
you
this?
you're barely getting 1 foot down on that backflip. That's what's
Yeah,
saving
yeah.
you.
Like I mean,
Yeah,
like I cleared. I didn't land on my
yeah,
head. I did not land
yeah,
on my head. Okay, so this is not a fail. We are not
yeah,
at I'm not part of the fail army here. Okay, like
yeah,
I made the backflip, but it did not feel good. I felt it yesterday.
yeah,
Like, my
yeah.
my back my back hurts. All right, where is this show for you?
I give it a 3.
Okay.
Because like I do like the comedy in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's mainly what's pulling me is like the comedy in it.
Yeah.
And it's like I do like that storyline of all right, you got a guy who's older, so obviously we're both old men, so we can relate old man
Yep. Yep. Yep.
problems.
Oh man, problems. Yep.
He's got a shorter thing. I got a shorter thing. So boom, boom, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Related.
Understand? Related. I do like how it's drawn. I do like the style of
Mm-hmm.
it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and like I said, it is a specific one to recommend, but it is. I think once getting more into it, I think it is something that I could possibly be able to recommend even to somebody who doesn't know about gymnastics, but who does love like comedy, who likes
Yeah,
funny
yeah,
shit.
yeah. It's got the ninja aspect too, so there's
Yeah.
that,
And it's got ninjas in there too. And who doesn't like ninjas, man?
Ah,
Everybody
man,
loves
I
ninjas.
love I love me a ninja, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I want one of them
Which
outfits, you
which
know what I'm
I,
saying?
I, I gotta ask, are you a ninja Sal? Because obviously
Uh,
ninjas are gymnasts.
dude, I kind of I need that outfit, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this
The
metal
advan
plate? You know what I'm saying? That's a very what is that? Naruto
Naruto
like.
thing, yeah.
Is that a or is that just is the metal plate a real thing on the forehead? And is that a metal plate? I don't know what that
Yeah.
is. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of did, but maybe that might be my next career path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
hey, there you go. Just like the coach said, man, you gotta have a second career path, man.
yeah, like ninja for hire. Like
Yeah.
who wouldn't hire ninja? You know what? We'll see.
But
I'm gonna see if there's any.
take an ad out on the paper.
Does anybody need any ninja work?
Get your word. Yeah.
Find me on Facebook, y'all.
Find me
Or
on
don't.
Facebook. Follow me on Instagram, dog.
It's just a bunch of black pictures. Like there's a
Yeah.
picture of me being a ninja, but there's
You
just
do that.
nothing there.
Nothing there. That's
Just
how good I am.
you can't see me, dog. You can't see me.
Can't see me. All right, guys. Well, there you got it. That is our ranking. That is Gymnastics Samurai. Let us know down in the comments if you've seen this, if you heard of it, or if you are a gymnast yourself. Let us know in those comments, guys. Let us know. Let us know how many backflips y'all can do. That's the main
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because they can get you free food, guys. Sal knows.
yeah. Yeah, let us know if you've ever gotten free
Yeah.
food from doing a backflip in a Whataburger.
In the water. All right, guys. And as always, leave those comments, leave those likes, leave those 5 stars. Let us know how you're liking this podcast. Let us know how you're liking these episodes. And let us know if there's any other animes that you want us to watch that are specific. Because, like you said, there's a lot of animes that can get very specific. So if there's an subject or there's something that you like that's an anime, leave it in the comments so we can get on that and we can talk about that. And that way we can recommend it to other people around there who likes that
Hmm.
stuff.
Hmm.
And with recommending, you got to share it, guys. So please make sure you share this podcast and let your friends know you're trying to get an anime about our podcast. Let them know, hey, these guys are just talking about getting an anime, what it's about, and let them know if there's specific anime that we've covered. Show them that episode, guys. because that can get them into it. And also remember to head on over to Instagram and TikTok. We're at Anime and Epoch, where you can find clips of our episodes and stuff we got going on. Because guys, next week we have a very special episode for y'all, and you do not want to miss it.
Don't miss it. It is serious.
Don't miss it. It is serial, guys.
It's going down.
It's going down. And with that, I hope you enjoyed it. With my co-host Sal, and we see you on the next one. Later.
Peace.